The atmosphere was electric, the energy was real, and the WWE Universe was rewarded with a Raw that will be talked about for months to come. It all began with the women who set the tone for the entire night: Naomi, Rhea Ripley, and IYO SKY. The ring barely had time to breathe before these three queens of combat made it clear, they were here not to play, but to conquer. SummerSlam is around the corner, and WWE made the announcement official: Naomi, Rhea, and IYO will collide in a triple threat match for the Women's World Championship. Three of the most dangerous, decorated, and determined women on the roster. One title, one stage, one legacy to cement, but that was only the beginning. Over in NXT, things took a darker turn, the kind of turn that rattles the bones of tradition. Trick Williams, riding the wave of his TNA World Championship reign, decided to go where few dare, into the shadows of the dead man. He disrespected The Undertaker, not with action, but with words, sharp, dismissive, arrogant, and the sound that followed. Not silence. It was Kid Rock, the American Badass, theme blasted from Shiloh Hill's phone, and the message was clear: The Undertaker was watching. And then came the confirmation that would shake the wrestling world: The Undertaker announced his return. Live, in Houston. But back to Raw, where the action kept coming. Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez took on the dominant Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, in a tag match that shook the women's division to its core. This wasn't an upset. This was a statement. Perez and Rodriguez worked with crisp synergy, combining youthful speed with brute power. Asuka and Kairi fought back valiantly, as only true warriors do, but the momentum was not on their side. In the end, Roxanne scored the crucial pinfall, and with it, momentum that could lead to gold in the very near future. And speaking of gold, another woman stepped up in a major way. Lyra Valkyria vs. Bayley. 2 out of 3 falls. Not just a match, a war of attrition. Bayley, the seasoned veteran, tried everything in her playbook. Mind games, mat control, momentum shifts. But Lyra flew higher. She absorbed everything the role model threw at her and responded with heart and fire. 1 fall apiece, the third deciding fall took them into deep waters. In the end, it was Lyra Valkyria with her hand raised. A clean 2-1 finish. A message sent loud and clear to the locker room: Lyra is no longer the future, she is the present. Meanwhile, Nikki Bella returned to the ring with purpose. Her opponent, Chelsea Green, never one to back down, never one to be overlooked. But Nikki didn't just come back for a paycheck. She came back to win. Despite interference from the Secret Hervis, Alba Fire and Piper Niven circling like sharks, Nikki held her ground. With grit, timing, and an explosive finisher, Nikki scored a decisive pinfall, reminding the WWE Universe exactly who she is. And just when you thought Raw had delivered enough, it happened. Bron Breakker stood victorious after earning his title shot. The crowd cheered. He raised his arms. But it wasn't over. Not by a long shot. Bronson Reed came storming out, a mountain of rage, and launched a violent post-match assault on Breakker. The ring shook. Security scrambled. And then, the roof blew off. Roman Reigns returned. Without a word, without hesitation, the tribal chief descended upon the chaos and leveled both men. Spears, stares, silence. Roman Reigns sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy. The head of the table isn't done yet. He stood tall over 2 of WWE's most physically imposing superstars, reclaiming his place atop the mountain with no warning and no remorse. SummerSlam now carries the weight of legends, titles, and returns. Naomi's brilliance, Ray's rage, IYO's precision, Perez and Rodriguez's rise, Lyra's breakout, Nikki's resurgence, Trick Williams's disrespect, The Undertaker's wrath, and Roman Reigns. Roman's thunderous return to the throne. This isn't just wrestling. This is WWE in its final form. And SummerSlam is going to erupt.